Well, good morning, guys. My name is Vijay Shankar Sadashivam. Today, I'm going to talk about what are the learning materials available and being provided by ServiceMax and what are the certifications available. So, let me share my screen. Um, I'll show you something. So, this is the website. I hope you're able to see that actually. Okay. ServiceMax.litmos learning mos.com. So you go there, register yourself, sign up for that, and about Litmus, click on that, and you'll get all the training materials that are required, like a Salesforce Trailhead path, right? And um, there are certifications available, achievements, and everything. You can do that and everything. So today, this is a real life scenario, video demonstrations, all those things are available. Introduction to ServiceMax core administration course, right? It is a self-paced one, right? What are the prerequisites? If you see that, you will see you should have a platform basics actually. They are given that data modeling. Data modeling is nothing but how the data is getting stored, what are the entity relationship diagram, and all those things you have to have some basic understanding. And data management, how do you, if you click on that, it will show that how do you import data, export data, and all those things actually, all right? So we are good with this. So we move to the next chapter, all right? And then we have next module. Click. It's a free, completely free. So you can do it over the time. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us in the WhatsApp group. We'll be happy to help you out on that actually, right? Core modules and submodules. See, Service Max is defined with the design architecture module, submodule, and a setting. Each piece of configuration, pieces of functionality within a submodule, that's called setting. So if you're doing something like, if you see that here, all right, example is its granularity level is a setting, and above that it is grouped under some module, and above that it is going into the module stuff. You can read by service contract modules, right? The submodule is activation of a contract or cancellation of contract and renewal. Performs these functions using Visual Force and Apex actually. So in the installed product module, the auto creation of warranty is a submodule implemented using an Apex trigger. We covered in the last session what is a service contract, what is an install based product. Uh, it's not installed product is nothing but a customer has purchased it and kept it in his in his location, and the selling organization should know about it so that they can provide after sales service and cross sell, upsell opportunities that arise out of them. So with that, we explore this servicemax.litmos.com, right? And you can take yourself to the path of understanding that. I'll stop here 1 second. We will quickly go through the one of the videos from the ServiceMax Litmus portal, Litmos, LITMOS, how these modules, submodules, and field settings are um, uh, being performed, and how you can navigate through the application actually. Let me play this video for you guys.
Then into a quick walkthrough of how ServiceMax settings are organized. I'm here on my homepage in Salesforce Lightning, and I'll go to ServiceMax Setup. And from here, I'll expand app administration and then select modules. A module is the highest level in the hierarchy of settings. I'll scroll down and check the box here next to work order. And then we'll scroll back up to click List Submodules. And a submodule is the second level in the hierarchy of settings. Which you see here are all the submodules related to work orders. I'll change the module here to Service Organization. And here are all the submodules related to the service organization, teams, technicians, and territories. Now I'll change the module to SFM Transaction Manager. And this time I'll select this submodule for SFM Transaction Designer and click List Settings. Here are all the settings related to SFM Transaction Designer. Note too that from this page you can only review the settings, not make any changes to them. I'm done now, so I'll click back to set up home.
Let me hold here.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick walkthrough.
Let me hold here. You can create custom settings under the module and you can extend the settings as well. And let me explain each one of the modules, what it is all about actually. Okay.
I'm here on my homepage in Salesforce Lightning, and I'll go to ServiceMax Setup. And from here, I'll expand App Administration and then select Modules. A module is the highest level in the.
Let me pause here. What is reverse logistics? See, after the part is fixed, right, by our technician who is working on a work order, he has to send the part back, the repair, the problem having part back to the depot repair and make sure ship it back and it reaches them properly and the RMA is created for that and the part is analyzed and fixed there in the depot repair, and either it might be sent back to the customer as a with a fix or a new part can be sent back. This is what the reverse logistics means actually. So how returns, receiving, you see here right from initiating returns, receiving, shipping, exchange fulfillment, and depot repair. The process involved is reverse logistics. So they have grouped all the processes involved in that in a module called reverse logistics. Case like that you have different modules, and one should be have a basic knowledge about each of these modules to play around what it is all about and everything. So let me take the dispatch management action. The feature enables basic advanced dispatching capabilities on work orders by providing sophisticated internet search of technicians, service teams, public resources, and calendars based on workload, proximity, and availability. Proximity is a nearby stuff, like who is near to the location where the customer is reporting the problem. Availability is whether it's free or not. Workload is availability is basically it might be a 8 to 6 work schedule, and it might be in the night, so he's not available. Workload is if he's too much loaded with work, how do I do that? This feature of dispatch management is grouped under the module dispatch management, and it takes care of helps the dispatcher to work on the work orders and search the technician service teams. What is a technician and a service team actually? A service team will comprise of multiple skilled people, public resources actually, and calendars. So all these are put together, that dispatch management takes care of it. So tomorrow, if you're extending the dispatch management some functionality, you might have to go under this module and do the work there. That we will cover in the later videos. Like that entitlement verification. Suppose you are taking a contract like a warranty or an extended warranty, and the terms are you have to support me with an SLA of 2 hours in the working hours, 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Right? SLA terms means service level agreement. What has been agreed between two parties. So So entitlement is whether the customer is eligible for that service free of cost, or a contract has been signed or not actually, right? If the entitlement is successful, is basically there for the customer, this dispatch technician has to go, and the solution has to be provided within the SLA terms, service level agreement terms. If not provided, then there will be a penalty clause for that, and overall, it will affect the customer satisfaction. Like that, you have ServiceMax Go contains settings and configuration of mobile apps. See, all these days, US people will not be able to carry the computer or use a mobile phone. They will be given an iPad. All the technicians will be given an iPad or 11-inch, 12-inch display iPad, where they will enter the information and see the entire application there and work with it actually. So ServiceMax iPad client, installed product. What is the installed product, right? When do you create a installed product actually? Do you create an installed product for nuts and bolts? No, generally no. Generally serialized products, right? And the products that you are basically giving a after sales service support will be created as an install based product as an asset actually, right? Customer assets actually, from shipment to. It is very important to know about your customer asset because where it is located, so that you can meet the SLA terms on time. Suppose in a large organization where multiple blocks of buildings are there, and one of your copier machine, right? Copier machine is basically Xerox machine I'm talking about, Xerox or Canon or whatever it is, copier machine, right? Is installed there, and if you don't know where it is located, that serial number, it will be very hard to provide the SLA terms. So it's very critical to know about the installed location of the products and what are the products which are active, right? And second thing is that you also need to know what are the products that can be cross-sold to that. For example, copier machines will require ink, printing ink, and then you will require paper for taking Xerox of it. Different size of industrial requirements will be there. All this has to be supplies, has to be provided and refilled, right? Then you have mobile notifications. Then you have Optimax. Optimax is an advanced dispatch optimization engine that allows your organization to define dispatch process for various territories and schedule work order to technician automatically in an optimized way. You can configure it, you can make it work your way. Pro forma invoice actually, right? What is pro forma invoice? Before entering, giving the quote, you have to give a pro forma invoice, how much it will cost actually. Pro forma invoice is nothing but, it is not an actual invoice, it is just a display of the information that is going to be the invoice, how much it will cost, what are the taxes, with the breakdown of the parts and services and expenses. All right. There are three major items for invoice. Generally, parts, how much it costed for the part. Labor is whoever is repairing that, the technician, what is the cost for him per hour to fixing it. And then you have expenses. Expenses like travel time, labor, airfare for coming down from Delhi to Chennai to fix a problem based on the skill. All these things will be mentioned there in the pro forma invoice. So the contracts will have a term, what kind of service will be provided, where the technician will come from, and all those things that you have to negotiate at the contracting level as well. So we never get a chance. I wish that you read, when you buy an extended warranty, read through the terms and conditions. You will be able to understand the different terminologies used in the contract actually. Parts order, parts request. So part enables management for an end-to-end RMA process to authorize products or parts to be returned to the manufacturer. Repair centers are warehouse. In addition, also used to manage outbound logistics of parts, products, and repairs to customers, partners, and other external entities. Part request. This feature allows various inventory locations such as warehouses, distribution centers, partners, field engineers, repair centers, request for parts and manager shipment receipts actually. So if you want to do a customization, you go under this module and find out the sub module and then do the settings for the feature actually. There are settings can be done at the global and org level that we will cover later as we deep dive into ServiceMax. Preventive maintenance. Why preventive maintenance is required? Because if the ink level is going to go below a certain level, I have to go and refill the ink. Right? How do I know the ink level is going to go below a ink level? The IoT device on the copier will send the information, create a case, the trigger that, and it will send a notification to the centralized ServiceMax case creation server, and a preventive maintenance schedule will be created where the ink can be replaced there at that machine actually. Or the ink can be provided as a supply warehouse that is kept under in the industry itself. I mean, for example, if 1,000 machines are there in a special economic zone or industrial unit, there will be a supply room will be there. That is basically a warehouse that is maintained there. That warehouse will be supplied with inks. That the whoever is the engineer assigned to replace the ink for all those 1,000 machines, dedicated engineer in that location can go and replace it, and the continuity of the product, availability of the product for service will be uptime will be more comparatively. This preventive maintenance is very important because we cannot afford to have downtime for applications used in medical care, which is very critical for them to patients will the loss of business, loss of revenue, the patients will be affected. You cannot do that and everything. So like this, there are a lot of modules are there. I wish there is a module ID APL short name is given. So if you click on the top one in the screen after logging into service, you can create a scratch org for yourself, basically a demo org for yourself for ServiceMax in the portal. It's a 30 days trial is given. So all you have to provide is an email ID and everything, list sub modules and everything. I hope I just imparted some knowledge and make sure we run a paid program. We in detail explain what are these modules and sub modules. And we also run a WhatsApp group to answer your ServiceMax questions, solutioning and everything. The number is 96062152264. Country code 91. Thank you so much.